Hey, how you doing? Hey, Rob Cushing here from the BetterClaim.com music blog. And filming this video today, kind of in between a little bit of a series. I'm kind of filming a little bit of random videos today. This one is on kind of a quick thought for the day, okay? I'm actually in the midst of rereading this awesome book that I had recommended some time ago called The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. And by the way, before I get into this, I have a link to my original blog post that I'm talking about in this. Okay, so if you're looking at links to some of these things I'm talking about, they're all in my blog post. That link is below. There's also a link to get on my subscriber list to find out more information exactly about what it is I do and how I help others and how it can help you too. And I also have my personal contact information below. Okay, I'd love for you to reach out to me and let me know if you find this video of value. I'd love to hear from you. You can reach me by social media, email, phone, Skype, what have you, okay? So anyway, I was in the midst of rereading this awesome book called The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. Okay, so Grant kind of comes, and it's weird, because why am I reading this? Because he comes from a real estate background, and I'm a musician. But what he talks about in his book applies to anyone that's got a passion and that's got a goal that they're reaching for, which as a musician, I got a ton of awesome info and information and motivation from, right? Now, particularly, there's a chapter in there called Obsession Isn't a Disease, It's a Gift. Okay, and that chapter basically talks about how like society views human obsession with a negative spin, and that having that continuous obsession results in bringing harm to oneself or to the others. Okay. You probably heard this too, like, oh, this guy's obsessed with what he's doing, etc. Excuse me a sec. Getting comfortable here. Been sitting in front of my computer for a while. So anyway, so let's start with the definition of obsession. So what exactly is defined as obsession? Well, obsession is defined in the Merriam-Webster dictionary as, and I'm going to read it verbatim, quote, a state in which someone thinks about someone or something constantly or frequently, especially in a way that is not normal, unquote, or, quote, someone or something that a person thinks about constantly and frequently, unquote. And finally, quote, an activity that someone is very interested in or spends a lot of time doing, unquote. And guess what? Obsession is not only healthy, it's built into our very human nature. Okay, so for those of you reading this that, you might be parents or you're around small children, okay, like say under the age of 10, all right, you've seen this firsthand. Try watching a small child as they try to emulate the adults or the older children around them, and you find that they focus solely on the task at hand. Like they make their attempts to, like, if they're trying to walk, if they're trying to talk, ride a bike, read, write, you watch and they're just so focused solely on that one task. And barring a developmental disability of some type, you'll notice that this child has unwavering, laser-focused attention on what they're doing, okay? And they're not letting outside influences halt or delay their progress. They're not worried about failing, and they're not worried about what others may think. They are in a state that when someone thinks about something constantly or frequently in a way that's not normal, okay? They're focused on something that they're thinking about constantly and frequently, and they're focused on an activity that they're very interested in or spend a lot of time doing. And they succeed at what they do. And this is the trait that all successful people have, all successful musicians. This is the trait they have, okay? And for children, it's not until they reach the age of 10 or so that they start to have the noise of society start to press in on them, in the form of like teachers and classmates and friends and sadly even family. That noise, however unwittingly it may come across, is in essence telling you to quit focusing on impossible or unrealistic goals and to settle for average or normal. And there most of them stay throughout the rest of childhood. And if they're lucky, it's not until like young adult age they start to get that back. And most never do. My biggest regret, as was Grant in his book, was that those lost years when I left that childhood state of obsession and I settled for average or normal because I was told it was the safe thing, was the accepted thing to do, I regret having those lost years. It's come and gone over the years in one form or another, but it wasn't really until this past year that it emerged with like this white hot fire. My point being, okay, as musicians, don't ever lose that passion, okay, that obsession with your music. Don't let anyone else try to take it from you. Don't settle for second best. Don't let negativity from friends or family or club owners or other bands or the industry in general, don't let that negativity take away your dreams, okay? I've seen a lot of musicians, a lot of great musicians come and go because although they had immense talent and they started out with an obsession for their art, at some point they succumbed to the mindset of society that having an obsession was a disease, when in fact it's only one thing, okay? And here it is. Obsession is the perfect summary for how you approach success, okay? I'm going to repeat that again. Obsession is the perfect summary for how you approach success, okay? And that, also if you want to sign up on my subscriber list below, I have a link to that. We talk a lot more about this stuff and actually how you can start to do that yourself, okay? So think of this. Try to name one musical act ever that became successful that did not have an obsession with doing so. I can't think of any. Even those acts that like I really don't care for, I can't stand, or they're not my style, they all still had that obsession to succeed despite all obstacles in their path. And that is the key to success in music. As Grant says, you want to be so fanatical about your music until the world knows that you won't compromise or go away. And by the same token, until you become 100% completely obsessed with pursuing your passion, no one's going to take you seriously. Okay? So if you're serious about being a successful musician, you need to start being obsessed, like yesterday. Okay? Don't be average. Don't be normal. It's what the world has taught us is acceptable to be. But it's not. It's self-destruction on a very gradual level. Okay? Be obsessive. Don't take no for an answer, ever. Be so obsessed with success that the industry can no longer be able to ignore you. And that inspires others to succeed as well, okay? I want you guys to be obsessed enough with your passion to succeed that you're willing to push aside the negativity. You're willing to get out of your comfort zone. You're willing to be persistent on a daily basis to achieve it, okay? I have a link below. If you lock arms with me today, starting with me at $25, I can help show you a way to achieve that in ways you've never dreamed, okay? And if you want more information on that, again, you can hop on my subscriber list. It all starts with getting there anyway. I have my personal contact info below, my email, my phone number. It's my personal number. Okay, my Skype ID if you want to Skype with me. You can reach me on Facebook, on Twitter. I want you to connect with me socially. I want you to ask me any questions you have, okay? I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you, all right? So I hope that you find this of value, okay? And I hope you take what I tell you today to heart, okay? So once again, this is Rob Cushing here from the Better Claim music blog, betterclaim.com, and I hope you found this of value. And stay tuned. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this, okay, on YouTube. And again, reach out to any questions, but take action, guys. Take action today. Even if we don't ever do business together. Take that to heart. Don't let anybody steal your dream. Don't let anybody rip your pursuit of passion away from you. Stay focused, okay? And like I said, sign up for my subscriber list below, or lock arms with me today for $25, and see how myself and a lot of other musicians and those in the music business and those in the traditional business have really gone on a skyrocket with this thing, okay? So I hope to hear from you soon. Take care.